Hello friends, let's see what we have learned so far. This is the win. This is the U. This is the index page of our demo example. Uh, Now I have categorized this index operation on the index page into JSP examples as well as servlet examples. Now this section we have already done. uh, in last video you have seen that how to create a hello world servlet. Now today we will see that how we can pass a value to a servlet and how servlet will respond to that, further which we can see how we can use a web form and how servlet is handling to that web form, handling the data of the web form. That is the second part, and further we will connect it to the um, MySQL database. So let's start up with this. Uh, Today we will see like how we can pass an value to a servlet. It's very simple. Please try to recall the example where we have written a multiplication logic for generating a multiplication table of the given number in JSP, and we have written a Java server page, JSP page accordingly. So we pass a value to a JSP page. JSP page will prepare a multiplication table for us. Now the same logic we have to see like, can this same be possible using a servlet? So we have designed a simple example. So this is my first servlet example wherein I am passing a value to a servlet, and servlet will be preparing my multiplication table of a given number. Now, the things to understand here, the way we have passed value to a JSP page, where in previous videos you can see that how to pass a value to one JSP page to another JSP page, that we have already learned. So for that details, you go back to my videos. Now, here we are passing a value uh, through URL to a servlet. So just look at here. Now this is my servlet. So if you look at here, this servlet will give me a multiplication table of 5. Now you need to look at how this value is being passed. Now look at here. This is the link where I have passed an value. So this is the index page. Now my first servlet is the link. Name of the servlet is my servlet question mark number equals to 5. So which means that I am passing value number 5 to a servlet called my servlet, and the variable which is used in the action is num. So we can see the code now. Let us try to explore this. Now where we are getting our servlet, it is into a source package. What is the name of the servlet? My servlet name is my servlet. So just look at this my servlet. This is the page. Now important thing is you need these two libraries, IO exception, print writer exception, and these three additional libraries which we require for creating servlet. Please understand that my servlet must be extending from HTTP servlet, and again it works with do get, do post, and those are being handled by NetBeans here internally, and they are giving us, NetBeans has provided us a process request, which is nothing but a service section of an servlet. Now look at here what has happened. So here we are using again the same variable that is called as request variable. So this is the request variable, and the argument name is num. So request dot get parameter in bracket in double quotation num. Num is the variable to which the value is being passed, and the request is here. So the request is the variable of HTTP servlet request. Now, once you have got a data into a string fashion, so request.get parameter reads the data of uh, pass through the URL, and store it into a string variable. So your data is in the my URL data, which is of type string. Now if you want to convert my any string data into a numeric data, what you need to do is you need to convert it into integer. So for that you can go with the traditional mechanism of using integer dot parse integer method, which will convert a string data into integer data type. Now then you go with the traditional logic of logic of printing it, that like you write a for loop where this line this at this line number uh, at this line number particularly, you will find that at line number 39 you have introduced a for loop which will go up to 10, and it provides a multiplication of I with the data. So if you change here the value of the number which is being passed, say here if it is instead of 5, if it is 10, look at here. So I'm going to save this and come back to the example, go back here. Now click on my first servlet, just refresh this, so you'll come to know like the value is being refreshed now. See, look at here. So look at here now, URL is showing me that number is value 10. So servlet is taking number 10 here. So I click on this, you'll find that the multiplication table of 10 arrived here. So this is the multiplication of table 10. Now look at this URL, you'll find that the servlet has taken a number 10 as an input, and it has printed a value. Okay, so in the next video I am going to tell you about how we can read the data from a waveform and how we can pass the data of waveform to the underlying servlet. But there I am trying to show you how do get and do post method works. That is the only part that we have to see. Further which in the next subsequent video I'll tell you about how we can create our own database class which serves our all request of handling to the databases. So that and the integration of the same database library class with the servlet, which will again work with select, insert, update, and delete. So do watch my next video. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, please do get back to me, write to me. Thank you.